I already started, so.
Come on.
I'm not putting those on. I've already hit the like button. What do we need those for? It's not Christmas yet.
Yes, it is.
Not for me.
It's Christmas every day.
Anyway, good evening. Good evening. Thursday night, I know. No announcements, no nothing. We just pop on because that's what we do. We just pop on. Thursday night, we're still here. The drones haven't taken us, although they are all around us. If we disappear, you know the drones got us. We actually did see one of those drones coming back from Gettysburg. What was that? Sunday night. We were driving back.
Yep.
And we could tell it was in a helicopter. The thing was just hovering, and we're like, "Damn, that's one of them there drones that's all around New Jersey." Hello, Celine.
I can see it. Yes, I can see.
No, I got her big TV screen back so she can look
at
it over there.
I can't see diddly do this. So if you see me looking this way, it's because I'm reading the comments and I can see. Finally.
Anyway, hello, Veronica, Caitlin, how's everyone doing? Happy Thursday. We're winding things down. We really didn't get a chance to do any kind of weekend wrap up because we had the legend, Mr. Zappis, with us on Tuesday night, and Monday night we were just too dang tired. So here we are, back for a wrap up of the Hoover Jubilation weekend. We didn't really get a chance to talk about that.
So those who attended, hopefully you can help us out here and share some of your stuff of your experiences for the weekend.
Yeah.
Hint, hint, you know?
If anybody wants to join us, they can do that. I don't know how, but we could figure out how to add you to the camera.
I gotta move this pillows. Pillows attacking me.
She's very unprofessional. First she's looking for her lights, and now she's messing with her hat. This is what I deal with on a daily, as the kids say. Anyway, the good thing about this podcast live stream is it's free. You don't have to pay to watch us. We wouldn't do that to you. So we're going to be here always free on Facebook and YouTube. And on YouTube, we finally did figure out how to monetize. So if you're on YouTube watching us, we do have the super chat thing going. So
yeah, Celine was one that kicked us off. The first one ever. She went down in history.
If you want to give us $1 or $2, but no, we will not be. We won't charge to just watch us. We would never do that. Anyway, good evening. Hoover House. It was cold weekend. Friday, Sunday was gorgeous, by the way. But we'll get to that after a while. We got there Friday. We ran into a lot of traffic on the way there. A lot of traffic. We got there at like 1 o'clock though, which was cool because we got to hang out. Cody Satori got there a little bit after we did, so we got to hang out with Pam and Steve and Cody Satori for a good while before everybody started coming. And we got to have Frank's Pizza and enjoy.
I was just trying to remember something. And I just went,
I literally think she had a stroke right there on camera. Did you see that? She said, "Oh," and then that was it. Right there, you might want to turn those lights off. Maybe something happened with those lights.
I have not been able to get my feet back up under me for a while.
Wow. I'm definitely clipping that. If anybody doesn't think that I'm clipping that, you are nuts.
Or will let me forget it. That's for sure. I gotta get you good too. Did you go to the Creeper Gallery yesterday? No, we're going Friday for an event.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's the big finale as far as 2024 for New Jersey Paranormal as we end the year at the Creeper with some of you guys will be there. Just know that if you're coming, good luck parking. Not easy to find parking.
You can't find parking on the street there. If you continue past to Main Street, down past Donna's, up around that next turn, up on the hill, there is paid for parking up there, just so you guys know.
But anyway, Hoover House. Friday night was very cool. Good to see Cody and Satori after we saw them at the expo. We really did get to hang out with them. at the expo because it's the expo, and it was good to spend time with them again and catch up and hang out with them. And they brought some of their objects there. One of the they have two newer objects that they brought. One was from Flight 4 or something. Hello, Gina.
I'm not even going to say.
Four something. You guys will probably remember if you were there. I want to say 4. I kept thinking 4, maybe 407. I want to say 411, but I think it's 407.
That went down the Everglades?
Yeah, plane crash. And another was this amulet that we were talking about with John Zappis that supposedly was used to capture spirits or harness spirits and then use their energy for things that you wanted. 401. Yeah, was it 401? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just horrible. But of course, Cody Satori used me as a guinea pig for these things.
Oh, you fought, kicking, screaming.
I literally, from what you don't see, is I protest before. I'm like, don't bring anything new. Don't bring anything that's going to affect me because I really don't want to be surprised. But they do it anyway. And it happens every single time we do this, where they can be these strange dolls that have never been investigated, or in this case, that's amulet. And then I wind up getting affected.
I'm not even saying a word.
Because it's true.
I'm going to let you live in fantasy land.
It's true. So, like I said, Friday night, both nights were a good group of people. Really, it really was as enjoyable as it was the year before and the year before when we did it. Just good group of people with, again, just the intention of having a good time and hanging out. And this time we didn't investigate the Hoover House. Instead, we went over to the
Aller.
She kept calling it Ollie. She's like, we're going to the Ollie house.
It's Aller.
It's the Aller house.
He was trying to mess me up.
We went to the Aller house, which we had never investigated before. So Friday night was kind of like we did a walkthrough. We never been in that building. We didn't know where the hot spots were. We knew nothing. And I had a floor that consisted of office, conference room, bedroom, outside area that was pretty damn cold.
TV room? Yeah. It was TV. That's what I said. It was her TV room. That's where she was isolated when she had TV.
Well, her friend. She brought her friend.
There was a friend there that had it? Okay.
So I didn't know anything that was up there. So, of course, I take the dolls with me as a backup just in case none of the other spirits are interacting. So,
What?
What?
You didn't feel that just fall? Something just fell. You didn't hear that?
No.
You didn't feel it? Okay.
Anyway, so like I said, people arrived. The meet and greet was 6 o'clock. People were there before that were staying at the Hoover. Got to hang out some, talk some. Before you knew it, it was pretty crowded. And like I said, Cody and Satori were there with their objects, and they do their lecture. And, everybody's kind of talking. And that's the good thing about, again, I'd like to do more events where we do go away because I like the hanging out aspect of it, not just the ghost hunt. And then we hang out and we.
Yeah. We actually get a chance to sit and talk to people instead of just this rushing and doing we're in event mode. We got time. We got times. We got to keep things moving, so we don't get that moment to be able to sit and talk with people and really enjoy that moment. And we got to do that. When we do these type of things, that's when we get to hang out and talk with people, and that's the really good feel good about for us.
I ate more food this weekend than oh my god! I probably had 9 slices of pizza. I had a hamburger. I had a giant breakfast from the place that closed down, which we were very sad about last weekend for Hunt's Battlefield Fries, which very sad because we've been going there for years.
You just got to keep following and watching our lives because we announced it, Heather, on the live when we were going to.
It'll be the same weekend next year.
Yeah, it's always the second weekend the first weekend of December, because that we put it we do it, and we say it if they change it, but we always do it the weekend that they're having the big Christmas event in Gettysburg downtown, because that's the whole idea.
So again, Friday night was good. The objects were cool. I did put the amulet on, whatever I call it, an amulet, because I don't know what else to call it. It looked like a widget thing from Harry Potter type of thing, and it had a chain attached to it. And immediately after putting it on, I felt really hot. Like I got really, really
It's
hot.
called a tantric.
And whatever it was, but it was definitely some heavy energy attached to that. So of course people saw that Friday night and they wanted me to do it again Saturday night. You know, so me being the people pleaser
So if
that I
want
am,
to jump off a bridge, will you?
twice, 2 nights in a row, if I had to.
You'll jump
yes,
off
I
a
would.
bridge. If I
There were
want
two different groups of people there.
Oh, okay.
I would.
Good
But
job.
again, that thing had some juju attached to it. Definitely. Immediately when Cody said, "I have something new for you," and it was in a small little cardboard box with like tissue paper around it. And as soon as I took it out, it was the weirdest thing. It was like somebody just, my ears immediately clogged. And I still have the ringing in my ears as loud as I did then. It hasn't gone away. So that kind of made me go like, holy sugar. I can't, I actually went upstairs to the room and I was like, whoa, what the hell? I couldn't hear. My ears were clogged. And I'm like, we hadn't even started yet. And I'm like, how am I going to do this feeling the way I feel? But being the professional that I am, I went right back down there and I put it on.
Sure did.
And I got some good EVPs from it, did I not?
You got I Hate John.
I Hate John.
That's a good EVP to you.
What could be better? I think it was the object. It could have been anybody in the crowd.
Kathy said my throat closed up from it.
Could have been someone in the crowd whispering, I hate John, though. Could have been. What? It's a joke. She just.
I'm sitting there like.
The worst. My jokes are so wasted on her. So then Saturday comes, and last year it was at least 55 degrees downtown. At least 55 degrees.
Yeah.
And this year was like 30. I think it was 26 when we left, and it got to be like 33 throughout the day. We headed out there. We were in the streets for a little while, you know, looking at the different stuff, and everybody like made a beat for the hot chocolate place just to get in there and get warm and have some hot chocolate. And I mean, I had thermals on, I had 3 shirts on, a hoodie on, a scarf on, a hat on, and that wind was still whipping in my face a little bit, but it was cool.
It was.
Being downtown.
So Terry wants to know, how do you confirm dates for the 2025 Para Unity and change it? How many people besides me will lose an unrefundable hotel confirmation?
They won't. We'll talk to the hotel.
You won't lose your hotel.
No.
If you're staying at our sponsor hotels, you won't lose that. We'll have it you just call the hotel and have the date switched. That's all you have to do, Terry.
Yeah, if our sponsor hotels, you won't have any issues at all. And if it's another hotel, you can usually change the dates.
Oh God, yes. Especially in this advance and stuff, yes. And most hotels, good hotels, do not take and charge you. They reserve it, and then they charge you closer to the date. So that's something you might want to check, Terry.
But so Saturday was cold, but we all were down there together, and we all kind of stayed together in little pockets and walked around and enjoyed. There was a lot more ice sculptures this year. They did have a little tent with wine and somebody playing music in there. The deer, who were usually on the steps of the Eisenhower, they were running around because they were cold, I guess. But it was a fun time. The camel was there. We didn't ride the camel, but the camel was there. Ryan Raleigh was there. Andrew Darling was there as well, along with Celine and lots of others.
Hey, Brian.
And like I said, we did the ghost hunt at the Aller House, which was fast, but interesting. I did get some EVPs in the tuberculosis room. What happened was, again, the story that I was told was Rello was the woman who owned the house, and her friend was suffering from tuberculosis, and they actually had like an area built on, like an extension to kind of, for her to come there and to treat her, which was in like a sunroom. let the air in
Right.
from outside. And from what I hear, that woman actually passed in the house.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So that was the one I was trying to connect with, and I kept getting heavy breathing on the EVPs, and it seemed like Jolene was able to draw her out and make her and allowed her to interact because Jolene was getting energy by her, and I was getting EVPs in that room, and I think Jolene was kind of
Was the
helping that.
catalyst?
I think she was helping it. I don't know if she was, but it was really weird how that, because I don't think they got the same EVPs that I did on Saturday night.
Well, we got
Help
activity
me.
in
Yeah,
that
we got help
kitchen.
me.
Yep. Hey Kevin, we got Veronica, was it you who screamed in the kitchen that you gave me a heart attack because she had something scream in her ear while she was under, and you know that everything is volume controlled. It doesn't go past a certain point no matter what you do. It only goes to a certain level. That's it. And we all heard a blast in her ear like you wouldn't believe, like an energy burst, and she screamed. I jumped back, almost fell. I mean, it freaked me out so bad. We heard a live growl in that kitchen. There was like something would approach from the different doors, and then it said "man" in the corner, and then Brian spoke.
Right, Andrew.
Brian Raleigh spoke right behind us where he was, and that's when all of a sudden Brian hollered about the door, and we heard the slam. We couldn't figure out what you guys were doing.
Fast forward.
I'm sorry.
Fast
I'm
forward.
just like freaking out over the stuff that got going.
No pacing. There's no sense of pacing from this person.
No, but my head.
And then the couple lived happily ever after.
Oh yeah, that's the truth.
You try to. There's the trip there. There's people arriving. There's the haunted objects, an investigation of Friday night. Then there's the hangout after Friday night. Then there's the ghost hunt on Saturday and the hanging out. And then there's things that happen in chronological order. Someone goes from, hey, we got there, to spoiling one of the best things that happened in a matter of, I'm sorry, how long have we been on? 17 minutes.
I'm not going to sit here and play my violin.
What do you do with that?
I'm just going to sit here and play my violin.
What do you do with that?
I'm going to sit here and play my violin.
What do you do with that? And it wasn't even anything that happened to her. It happened in my group that she spoiled.
I said what we heard upstairs was boom. I can say what we heard. What happened to us in our group. My group heard that. We heard it. But continue.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Captain.
Anyway, so then we get to, again, Friday night was a little weird because this weekend sounds amazing when I'm doing it. It's a fun time. If you can get there again next weekend, next year when we do that, the next time, you're gonna love it because it goes by too fast too. I mean, literally, I wanted to hang out Friday night. I mean, because we're the ones who are always doing, and it's nice to just hang out. So Friday night comes, and it was like 1:00 or whatever it was, but everybody's going to bed, and I'm like, damn, where's everybody going? I want to have a, cocktail or two, but we were all planning on getting up and going to breakfast the next morning. So everybody was like, well, we go to bed at 1 or 2, and we're all getting up.
They were tired from the trip and everything too, so it kind of created.
Yeah, but we were getting up at 8:30 to go to breakfast.
Yeah,
because it's a half-hour drive to Gettysburg, and the jubilation starts at 10. So everybody wanted to be down there for that. Northwoods, Eagle River, Wisconsin. Hello, Curtis. So I wanted to hang out. I was still awake, but we go back up to the room. Again, I was wired. Let me tell you, again, we got to rewind to the very beginning.
So you jumped ahead too.
Because I just remembered this part of it. So the running gag last year was in the basement of the Hoover house where I was. Cody was there's like a side room, and we had both dolls back there, and stuff was going on. And Cody stepped towards this side room, and he didn't realize that there was a mannequin leg, just a leg from a mannequin in the doorway. So he bumped into it and it fell, and he jumped like out of his skin. And we all had a good joke about it, and we all laughed. So after the ghost hunt's over and everybody's hanging out and Cody's distracted, Brian and I go get the leg, Brian Raleigh, and we put it up in Cody Satori's room on the bed by the pillows. So Cody goes up there as we're hanging out. He comes back down with the leg, and I have a picture of him like acting like he's gonna hit me with it. He's like, "You son of a b!" We're all laughing. We're all hanging out. Later on that same night, we go into our room, and there is that leg again. This time with Christmas lights around it on our bed by the pillow. So we're laughing and having a good joke about that. So we took the thing and we put it by their door. So they woke up and they saw it the next morning. So this year, oh, thank you, Mistreated.
That was really nice. Thank you,
Super
Mistreated.
chat.
Merry
Thank
Christmas
you for that.
to
We
you
appreciate
too.
that. Merry Christmas. That's what we're talking about. The super chats on YouTube. Any I think it's like $2 or whatever you feel like super chatting. But so fast forward to this year, we got there before Cody and Satori. So I said to Steve, "Where's that leg?" And we couldn't find the leg. We looked everywhere in the basement.
The leg is missing in action.
But what we did find was half of the bottom torso. We found the butt and the just one leg, but not the leg. But we found a butt and a leg. Good enough. So we go and we grab it.
Well, Pam said she found the leg. Sorry. But the butt and the door and the arm. Deer.
No, it's squirrel. You didn't get it wrong. It's that this. She'll do this when we'll be in the middle of a conversation driving, and she'll go, "Oh, look at the lights on that house."
I'm not the only one.
Look at that car over there with the yellow paint. Like right in the middle of a conversation. It is like,
because when you drive past it, you're not going to see it.
I don't know what that movie was, but there was one movie where the dog had a collar on and you could hear his voice, and the dog would be talking and go, "Squirrel," like it just get distracted and what's this one? Literally, I'm in the middle of telling the story. She looks over and yes. So anyway, back to where I was. We find the butt and the leg, and we find an arm, just a single arm that's bent like this. So we put the butt facing up. We lay it down on their bed, which we knew was going to be their bed in their room, with the hand on the butt, and we closed the door. So then Steve comes and finds me. We have the upper torso now of a woman who's bald, no hair, it's a mannequin with makeup and red lips, and she's got a black lace thing on, and she's very well endowed. I don't know how else to describe it. And her blouse is unbuttoned. We didn't leave it all the way open, but it was open. So now we got the butt, we got the hand, and we take the torso of the woman, put it there with did we put the Christmas antlers on her? Is that what we had on her?
Yeah.
We had the antlers where you put it over the head with the red antlers. So we have that on one side of the bed and the butt with the hand on the other. So Cody and Satori get there and we're talking and we're just waiting for them to go up to the room. But they keep talking. I'm like, "Do you want to bring your bags upstairs? Do you want to And they're like, no, we're good. And we're like, oh. So we're talking. And then a while goes by and Cody's finally like, "Yeah, we better bring this stuff upstairs." But Satori didn't follow him. She stayed behind. So Cody goes up first and then Satori like a little bit after. And we hear Cody from up there going, "What the hell?" And they saw the whole scene that we created there. So we're laughing and we're joking. Like, we to jump with them. Let the games begin. Boy, did Cody
got John good.
So here we go. Fast forward to Friday night. I told you everybody goes to bed early. There's a community shower in the Hoover house that there's only one room that was our room that we took that had a jacuzzi and a shower. So usually when we have these weekends, Cody Satori will use the shower in our room. We hang out downstairs. So we're still down there. We're talking to everybody. Cody's like, you mind me? I'm going to go up and take a shower. And okay, whatever. So we're still talking to Satori. Everybody's hanging out. Then Cody Satori, like, we're going to go to bed. Okay, whatever. Everybody else is still down there for a while. Everybody goes to bed. We wander up to bed, and there is just the arm sticking up from the back of our pillows. So I'm like, well,
that was terrible.
That's kind of lame. So
hi, Tina.
She goes to get in the shower, and I'm in there brushing my teeth and doing what I got to do to go to bed. And she gets out of the shower and she's drying off, and I hear her cracking up laughing. Now, the toilet is opposite, like the shower's like here, and then the toilet's kind of hidden
it's
next to the shower's in the corner. And I said to her, the mannequin's over there, isn't it? And she started laughing. She's cracking up. I peek over in the corner, and there's the torso of the woman with the low cut top just staring right at me on the toilet.
And I'm like, and they took it a step further. They put teepee in its hands.
Yeah. So I'm like, son of a bitch.
I thought that was pretty good.
I'm like, you got me.
You
got me. So, so the next we take the torso, we put a different sweater on it.
We decked it all up for Christmas.
Put all lights on it and beads, and we put it right out front of their door so they see it in the morning. So the mannequin stayed there basically the whole day.
It did.
Until Saturday night comes. We're all hanging out. Everybody's having fun. Of course, the shower's going on, and we're the last ones to go up to our room. And in our room is the hand from the mannequin on the ceiling fan. And the torso is now underneath the TV that
in the armoire where the doors open.
The doors are open, and there she is sitting in.
Kind of flashing, John.
So I'm like, Cody won this one for sure.
Hey, Liam and Mary.
Yeah.
You can tell tell Mary we say hello too.
Cody definitely won this one for sure. He got me.
Yeah, he did. He did a good job.
I couldn't. There was no time left. If I had been able to get into his car, I would have put her in his car. But
we didn't even get a picture of the one in the bathroom.
No.
That's the sad part. We got pictures of the other one, but not the bathroom one.
Yeah, but it was definitely.
So if we didn't take pictures, does it mean it happened?
It was definitely funny.
There's no evidence.
Funny as hell. But we that was the whole mannequin thing. So then, Saturday we have the ghost hunt again, and this time I decide to go in the basement of the Holler House.
Mm-hmm.
So never been in the basement. No idea what's down there. I bring Liza and Jolene down there with me because in the Hoover House basement, Jolene jumped out of the chair twice. Yeah. The metal chair. So I'm trying to recreate that. I find metal chairs. I put Jolene in one corner, Liza in the other, and I'm in this one room where everybody's sitting with my equipment, and I'm getting, for the first two groups, I'm getting nothing. Zero. I mean, I was miserable. Now, Brian is kind of with me, but he's sitting at the top of the stairs, and nothing is happening. That was the group with Tamara and Maria, and I can't remember who was part of it, but I mean, nothing. Nothing is happening. Little stuff here and there. Donna Schultz was part of that group. Nothing. So all of a sudden, I said, by the third group, I said to Brian, I'm like, I think maybe there's somebody else down here because we got a man's voice on the spirit box who said his name was Nathan, I think. I said, I think there's somebody else here who's preventing the two dolls from talking. I don't know. I got a weird feeling. So what I did was in the third group, I had somebody hold, it might have been the second group, I had somebody hold Jolene and try to get something going. And all I got out of it was, I think it was Echo Box. I'm afraid, it's dark, it's cold. And I said, son of a bee, I think he's stopping them.
Yeah.
So by the third group, I said to Brian, take the dolls, bring them upstairs. Because if he's stopping them and intimidating those girls, we can't have them here. So then I concentrated on him. and he
Oh.
was a howdy doody by the words coming out of his mouth describing women. B word, C word, F you. It was
not
everything.
nice.
And one of the coolest things happened. I had, God, what's her name? Kelly. Kelly was sitting in the chair, one of the two sisters.
Mm-hmm.
And this time I brought everybody to another room where they weren't near the person in the chair. And I would close this wooden door. And I'd close it and I'd show all them, look, the door is closed. And we're sitting in there, and I didn't even notice it the first time. Kelly said over the microphone, she said, I'm coming. And then she said, door. And I didn't notice it initially, but the door was open. I'm looking at it, and I said,
it was closed before.
Yeah, I said, Brian, is that door open now? And it wasn't open before. I'm like, I closed it, right, Brian? And Brian's at the top of the stairs, and he goes, John, you closed that door. And I'm like, I could have swore I did. So I switched people out. I closed the door again, and we're doing the session. And sure enough, F word, C word, B word, evil. And I said, open that door again if you did that. And it said, I think it said door again, and the door just whoop.
It didn't just
right
whoop.
open.
We heard it upstairs.
Boom.
We heard that
It
bang.
flew open and knocked against the wall.
Hey,
and
Karen.
Brian saw it. I saw it. Everybody in the room saw it.
We heard it.
I yelled up. I said, Brian, tell me you saw that. He said, John, that door just flew open when she said door. It was one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
While that was happening to you consecutively up, because we were above them in the kitchen. And my first night, I started in the living room area, sitting room, but we really weren't getting too much into action, just a little. But when I went to the kitchen, which you didn't think was anything, because it was later and it was just a long table, we sat there and there was activity all the way around. It was like coming around. It was like going around us all at the table. It would be on the stove. It would be over by the sink.
Brian said I almost pooped myself.
Yeah.
I yelled up. I'm like, Brian, tell me you saw that. And he was like, I saw it. And everybody in the room saw it. By the way, Taryn and everybody else watching, just so you know, this show is free. You don't have to pay. We're not behind any kind of wall. This show is free, by the way.
Yeah, we're not hiding that.
Just so you know.
We're not going to do anything, and everything's going to be above board where everybody can see it.
So,
well, let me finish.
Go ahead.
So, while you guys had that going on, right before you hollered up to Brian and Brian said something about the door, we were having the sessions where people were under and people were asking questions, and who was under, they were blindfolded, their ears are covered, they had no idea what was going on. We literally got a message from the other side, guy in the corner, like in the closet thing, and then they said door, and then all of the hell broke loose that was going on down there with you guys. Then after all of that one happened and you guys were all wound up from that and all that commotion was going on, we got a live growl in the kitchen that totally freaked us out, where I had to get up and go check the two doors that I didn't know where they went to. One went out into a little storage kitchen cupboard type thing, and the other one went into a closet. And I'm going to be honest with you, I was scared. I was scared to open those doors because we got the growl from there.
There's nothing better than being in a new place for the first time and having zero expectations and having weird stuff happen.
That didn't freak you out a little, though? That didn't make you uneasy? Honest?
No.
It did not make you?
No.
So you were just excited?
With other people. It was... If I was by myself and that happened, it probably would have freaked me out a little.
So why do you feel safe just because there's people? It's not a person that's doing it, though.
Yeah, but it's just...
What, do you think that they're going to, intervene?
No, it's just because we're all together and it's happening. Or they're going
to get it first before
you?
Yeah,
odds are. Yeah, I'm going to be able to get up those stairs with Brian.
I'm just trying to get your because this
scares me. I know Brian's my wingman. He pulled me up out of there and shut the door so the demon would be trapped with the others. I know how to trust Brian to do that. But no, it really, I love being surprised, and I love when weird, unusual, unexpected things like that happen.
I get freaked out.
It's just such a, and again, that group was the couple, which we could bring up, by the way. There was a couple that got engaged.
Yep, Scott and Lori.
At the Hoover House. I think I may have told the story. I don't know if I did on the live stream, but um, Scott had said to me, he pulled us aside and he said, I could use your help with something. And like, yeah. And he goes, well, he had given me this shirt that's somewhere. Was it in there?
It's hanging up in the. Why, you want me to go get it?
No, I'm just, he had given me this shirt.
Hey, Kelly. Kelly's watching.
Kelly.
Daniel, that was at the thing.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
He gave me this shirt that was that had New Jersey Paranormal all across it, which was very, very cool. And of course he gave it to me and there wasn't any for so there was some jelly there. I saw there were a little jelly going around. And you know, he said I could use your help with something. He goes, I was inspired by so many people proposing, you know, Cody Satori, you guys got engaged. He goes, I'm thinking about proposing tonight, you know, and he goes, but I want to think of a way to do it that's kind of, you know, different and special. And he thought of the whole thing. Again, I give him all the credit in the world because it was really smart and memorable how he did it. So he says to me, you know, we're trying to think of different ways. He goes, how about this? He goes, after we do the ghost hunt, we come back here to the Hoover House. You know, he said, are we doing wrap up? I said, yeah, we'll do some wrap up with Cody Satori while everybody will be around. He said, okay, I want you to take the shirt and maybe say thank you to Scott and his wife. And he goes, and I know that Lori will say, no, I'm not his wife. And he said, and that's when I'll get down on my knee and say, well, you know, we need to fix that. And that's exactly the way he did it. And I literally like emphasized that I did it twice. And I'm like,
because he wasn't doing it.
I said, this really cool shirt. I'm like, you know, I want to thank Scott over here and his wife, you know, and she didn't say anything initially. And I'm like, it's a really, really cool shirt. Because she looked at me and she was like, and I'm like, it was a really cool shirt. And I can't thank Scott and his wife. You're his wife, right? I can't thank you. And she's like, no, I'm not his wife. No, we're not married. And then he did it.
And he did. He dropped to his knees, and it was sweet. It was really sweet to see that.
Really, really nice.
That was an honor and humbling and pretty cool to witness and have that happen.
Here we had the marriage at our expo, and then we have the proposal at the, you know,
New Jersey Paranormal hosted event.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
And again, you know, Pam and Steve, awesome hosts.
Oh, no, and not for nothing. We totally have to give Jonathan total credit for making sure that was videotaped.
Yes.
He did a great job on that.
Yeah, hopefully he sent it to them because I didn't get it. So I hope they have it. But
we'll have to find out.
But anyway, again, Pam and Steve, awesome hosts. Always great hanging out with them. You know, we love going to the Hoover House. We love hanging out with them. And again, all the people that were there just made it was just a big gathering of friends hanging out each night who had the ghost hunting stuff in common. And we got to just talk and laugh and then go on a ghost hunt and then come back and talk and laugh some more. And then go downtown and freeze our whatever's off and get a meal together. We all ate together at the
Appalachian Brewery,
whatever it's called. We all ate together, and it was just it. And JP Wedding Planners, that may be our spinoff company. Yeah. I mean, it was bittersweet having to leave, and I mean, we all met up downtown on Sunday. Me and Chris, Cody Satori, and Brian and Ann, and that's where all those pictures came from.
Yeah, it wasn't planned. It
me
just
with
happened.
The Iron Man mask on and the hats on and all that. We just met up down there. We hung out there for a while, and then it got to the point where it's like, look, you know, it's like 2-3 o'clock. We gotta.
It was.
Hold on, you gotta bring
chestnuts for everyone.
Now, I am very, very fond of Kathy. As you know, Kathy is a dear friend of all of ours in the New Jersey paranormal world. Chris and I, especially, along with Tanya, Kenny, and
Veronica.
And we go downtown, and there are people there that roast the chestnuts.
Old-fashioned way, the way that
the old-fashioned way. And Miss Megabucks there, who won $5,000 on the slot machines at Pam and Steve's. She decides she's going to flaunt her wealth and screw about 50 people out of chestnuts by ordering all of them. She literally bought his entire stock.
Because with her generous big heart that she has, she was buying all of us
Casino
in
Kathy.
the group chestnuts. And it takes a long, and I warned everybody, it takes them a long time to roast those babies.
So Kathy said she spread
money.
out her wad of money and said, "Sir,
I can buy your stand.
I'll take them all that you have this year and next year. I don't want anybody getting it next year either." And he literally shut down. No, that's people had to wait an hour, whatever it was, for him to roast some more. But very generous of Kathy to buy everyone who was there
a round of chestnuts.
Yeah.
And again, if you've never had those, the guy was Russian, so they weren't fully cooked. But the thing is that when you get them, waiting. when they're cooked and they're completed and you crack them up and when they're hot, they are really good. They're really good. But I like
there
them.
was like 10
that
people.
Was very
10
nice
people waiting
Kathy.
that came up and he was like, "I'm sorry, I don't have any.
I gotta wait.
They're sold out. You have
he
to wait."
pulled out another big old bag, but he had to wait to roast them.
Yeah, so the people were like, "What? We gotta wait." And I'm like, "What kind of rude person would buy all of these things and we can't have any? There's none."
Kathy, oh my God, yeah, get her, Nikki. Kathy's got some gumption. I'll tell you what, it was funny and
Kathy
it was fun.
Is a hustler. If you go to the Hoover House and you play those slot machines, if Kathy's behind you, it's like a shark swimming in the water, waiting for the blood and the chum. She literally will let you play and lose your $5 or $10, swoop right in, bidding, badang, badang, bidding, $50 out. She did it over and over and over.
Poor Kathy.
I think she's got like an AI thing on her phone where
she's got really good luck. Oh, what about the thing when all of a sudden she put her money in and the machine shut down and started going through a loading thing and she's so great. And then we're just like, no, just stick with it. And she ended up winning. That was pretty cool.
But no, that was, again, it was all
that's cool, Debbie. They have a farm where they can pick off the
Yeah, she took my money too. Mine too, Brian.
Kathy, Brian said you took his money.
Mine too, Brian. She got me.
All in good fun, right, Kathy? Because they wouldn't have hesitated to take yours if they could have, right, girl?
But again, it was just a little bit of the fun that was this weekend.
Let alone that we got to stay up. We stayed up until 3 something playing cards.
Cards of Humanity.
Cards Against Humanity. Boy, you want to play a game where you want to learn who people really are.
John
That's
Guinness.
The card. Hey, John.
Yeah, we stayed up till 3 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. Just kind of, again, you don't want to, when you're hanging out like that and the holidays are coming, it is like a holiday party type of thing.
Yeah.
You don't want it to end. You just want to, Yeah, you're right, Nikki. Nikki said Kathy probably purchased that place too. You should have never told Kathy about that place, that farm. She probably just bought the farm, and now nobody in the township is gonna have chestnuts.
That's too funny.
But that was funny. I have those cards. We have those cards as well. It's a fun game, but we had a lot of fun. And then we came right back, and we had that interview with John, and anybody who knows me knows I can never have a bad conversation with the guy. Ever.
No.
Ever have I had a bad conversation with, except when he was yelling at me. But that was a whole different thing. But I've never, again, him and I get together and we get talking, and he's just really the guy is the Google of the paranormal, man. He's
an open book. If you ask him, he'll talk to you honestly.
I don't think many people really get into it with him with that stuff. He's just, again, guys like him aren't around, a whole lot of people that have been doing it since they were 14 years old and have been involved in the cases. There aren't many like him. So if you get a chance, man, pick his brain, talk to that guy, and come up to him at the expo or wherever and just talk to the guy about what he's done. It really is. I mean, just one of the top guys for sure. And speaking of that, we are trying to get confirmation on a date we're starting very, very slowly to jump into 2025. And the very first date, which I'm waiting for confirmation on, might be,
Might.
please don't take this as gospel because I haven't gotten confirmation, um, might be February 8th at Liberty Hall with John Zaffis. Might be. That's the first date we're looking at. And there might be, we haven't signed any papers or anything, but a date in March where Juwan joins us at the mine. And there may be stuff in between throughout the year where we're doing things at different places with doing different people, or we're just going to travel a couple of times like we did to the Hoover House, and you guys come with us and we make a weekend out of it.
Yep.
So
we want to do things a little bit different.
We're dipping our toe in a lot of different things in 2025. Things that we want to do, things that we're going to enjoy doing. Not a whole lot of new places, but there'll be new things at the old places. And
that's another thing we didn't get to talk to Steve and Pam about, that we were all trying to make a thing about another location. We still have to have that conversation. We forgot about that.
Well, let's just do that here.
It popped in my head.
I can't email you about that. I wouldn't email about anything yet because nothing is set in stone. We, to start taking emails now would be, because if it doesn't happen, then I have to email everyone back.
Yeah, our date changes or whatever. Yeah.
So I mean, February 8th is the first event that we're looking at. That's the first one we want to do, and we usually do one that week in February anyway. But with John at Liberty Hall, he's never been there, and he's always wanted to go there. I think that'll be pretty cool. I really do. I think he'll enjoy that place, And then, like I said, we're going to mix it up a little bit this year and do different things with different people and go some different places. I mean, we are doing the overnight at the mine. That's for sure. That'll probably happen in June. If I had to guess, that'll be June, where 10 to 15 of us do our cookout camp out at the mine, and I'll be doing it at the visitor center because if any bears come, I want to be the only one that makes it through. So
what?
June. We've never seen bears.
I'm not sleeping over in the mine.
Well, you can go get a hotel and go.
I'll hang out. I'll hang out, but if y'all going to sleep in the mine, my booty ain't being in there. No way. Not before you went. No, will not be. What? No, what?
Hold on, Laura. She had a stroke again. Another short. There's another short.
Oh yeah. Well, that's June 14th, so there's plenty of time before and plenty of time after.
I've got at least 2 TikTok clips that are going to be great from this live alone. So thank you for everyone who contributed to that. I've got one in the beginning and I've got that one. So thank you for that. So tomorrow is, like I said, Creeper Gallery. People are asking us about going to dinner beforehand. Why we would love to do that. It's just not possible unless you guys want to get there super early.
Yeah.
Because we got to be there probably by 5 o'clock to help Donna move the stuff out that she needs to put the chairs up that she needs to set up for what we're going to do. So we need time, and there really won't be time unless we went to eat at like 3:30, 4 o'clock. There won't be any time, which we're probably going to do. But
we have to eat that time.
Yeah, there probably won't be any time for us to go meet up with you guys if you're going to the. I don't even know what time the first session is. 6:30, 6. Look how I'm asking. I'm sorry. I don't really know. Just came in with the dogs from Central. Yeah, I don't want to get into the drones because everybody's talking about that. We're not doing it.
It's a private event.
It's a private event. It's not going to be streamed.
Donna is having us do at the Creeper Gallery.
Yeah, it's a private event that's been sold out for a while. But, like I said, the only thing, I know everyone and their mother's talking about the drone thing. we saw them on the way home from the Hoover. We saw one, and like I said, it was hovering. It was definitely a drone. It wasn't a helicopter. It wasn't a plane.
It's good
We
size.
just got into Jersey and we saw it. I honestly believe it's military. Why do you think the military's not shooting these things down? I mean, come on, it's military. They're practicing for, I guess, probably certain kind of warfare or
You really think
other
so?
kind of espionage to see if they can. Yeah, I 100% I believe that. That it's, and again, it's military. This is the future.
Yeah. Especially if it was flying over
Somebody said there was
some
50
of
of
the
them that
military
surround
sites
one
and
of the
stuff.
battleships. These are all exercises.
Yeah. Because there's no way that they would get away with doing that.
But yeah,
I
tomorrow.
believe that Luann said there's a few over our house again. I believe that, Luann.
Over your house. I'm
believe
sure there
that.
are, Luann. Definitely your house. But yeah, tomorrow's a private event. There's no streaming. I mean, if anything, we'll take pictures. We can't. Streaming before is a little hard because people are coming in and they're talking and looking around the shop. So kind of hard to stream and do anything. But no, we don't stream any part of the investigation at all.
Yeah.
This is a private event. Only 8 to 10 people, I think, per event, maybe. And it's just us doing what we do live in front of people. And whatever happens, happens. And Donna has, I believe, like 6 new items for this, ones that we haven't seen. These are the Ghosts of Christmas Past, so they're like kids' toys usually, I think.
I have no clue.
Well, you've done it before.
No, back that. Yeah, they were like the puppets.
In the past, it's
yeah,
been child.
creepy doll.
Yeah.
Creepy doll. She had a real creepy doll.
The next live from the Creeper Gallery, I don't know. It's Christmas week after
I mean,
that.
one year you did bring out the sensors.
What?
So one year she did bring out the, you did.
Not for the Ghost of Christmas Past. That was just an event.
Just a plain event. It wasn't Christmas time. Okay. Got him confused.
But I don't know. I don't know if we're going to go there Christmas week. We're having dinner with Donna Tuesday. So maybe one day next week, maybe.
If we can get it in.
We're going to try to go into the city too. So we'll see.
We got lots going on. Lots.
I don't know how many accents. That's another TikTok I should do. The many accents of Chris Therian during the live stream. Oh, I can't wait to clip those other ones. Oh, I'm going to have so much fun just waiting till this is over and
boy,
clipping those. Besides that,
good night, Brian.
Besides that, what we will be doing in January is probably doing some live stream investigations. I like doing that. So we'll pick some places random, maybe during the week, maybe on the weekend, and we'll just take a drive there. Maybe the places that we do during the year, maybe we'll get into, the Inskeep, or we'll get into, who knows, Smith Cadbury, one of those, and we'll just do a live stream from there. Or maybe a new place will contact us and we'll get in there. We're having, when are they having Christmas? I heard that's coming up.
Who?
I have no idea. Luann wonders why the drones are over her. I love watching your live stream investigate. Yeah, we haven't done one in a while. The last one we did wasn't really live. We went into the mine and we filmed it and then we streamed it and discussed it. Speaking of, that should be coming very soon. The Jason Hawes episode.
Oh.
Really soon. I would imagine in the next week or two.
And you're going to have Sherry on here at some point too.
I'm going to ask her afterwards if she'll do it. I like the interviews too. I mean, I think the JV and Jason interview was really cool.
Yeah.
I think the John Zaffis one was really cool. Oh, by the way, in case I forget before we log off here, please, if you can, remember, just keep Chip Coffee in your prayers.
Yes.
Chip is a dear friend of ours. We love Chip. Chip has been in the hospital for several days. He was having some breathing issues. They're giving him steroids. They're giving him antibiotics. From what we've been told, it's slowly getting better, little by little. We're in contact with people that are really, really close to him. I've been texting him, but not getting any answers. So please if you can, just
Keep
say
him
a
in
prayer.
your prayers that he heals and he can get home.
Yeah, I mean, we love Chip. I hate to see anything happen to Chip because, you know, he's been real good to us for a lot of years. So, Chip, we're praying for you. Hopefully, you'll be home in time for Christmas. And
knock it
you'll
off
be
and
healthy.
get home. Get home where you're supposed to be, Chip. You're supposed to be busting on John.
I don't even know what that means.
He does, and so do I.
Okay. Anyway, tomorrow, Creeper Gallery. If I can go live, I will. We'll take lots of pictures. We'll probably do a wrap up of the Creeper Gallery Saturday or Sunday. If you guys are there and you want to join us, just send me a message afterwards, or Friday night or Saturday, and say when you do a live stream, I'd like to come on and talk to you about things that happen, and we'll bring you on. We're happy to bring you on. Other than that, we'll see whoever we're going to see tomorrow night, and then we'll see you guys probably in a couple of days.
Have a good night. Stay safe. Stay healthy. And please, please remember, especially now, be kind to each other. Good night, everybody.
And good night, everybody. She's the last word, Hawk, so I have to get it in.